The Spectrum Chaos by Sigelei. How you doing, guys? I'm Brian, back with another video, and yes, today we have this cool device. It's by Sigelei. It's called the Spectrum Chaos. Without further ado, let's dive down and take a quick look at this thing, shall we? Alright guys, so here's the packaging to the Chaos Spectrum by Sigelei. This is the outer packaging. It shows a picture of the device, some cool sparkles or whatever you want to call it. QR code, scratch and sniff, barcode. Then it tells you on the back, it has your warnings, and then it tells you what it comes with and specifications, which we will go over in a minute. Then here's the inner box. Again, it has specifications about it, and then warnings. Well, once you get inside the box, you have your warranty cards worldwide. You have this code of authenticity. Then you have your instructions of your security code for your mod. And it comes with this nice little user manual on how to use this device, which I will show you. And then in this little box right here, you get a USB cable for firmware updates and charging. As you can see. Now it says in the manual, it does not have bypass charging because it recommends not to charge it, not to vape it while you're charging it, so that sucks. And then here is your device itself. As you can see, it lights up. So some specs on this device before we go any further. And as you guys can see, it has a nice OLED color screen, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So as you can see, I have a 24.5mm tank on the top. It gave me kind of some weird sizes, but this is about the same size on the top as the Wismec Predator, and the Wismec Predator up top is about 28mm in length and width, and this is a 24.5mm, and it fits fine. You will have this plastic coating over the screen so as you don't damage it. As you can see, it says Chaos and it says Spectrum up here. On the side is your fire button. So here is your connection, your 510. Nice and spring loaded, nice firm. And at the top you'll see these two Allen screws. That's if you want to take the top off. And I will tell you, I've had this thing for quite a bit, and I have beaten on it, and I will tell you, this thing is pretty damn durable. I dropped it, it slid across pavement, and the only thing that happened to it was this top piece came loose, and that was it, but it never stopped working on me. So this thing is actually pretty durable. I know a lot of you want to know how strong these mods are, and this one's pretty decent. Sigelei's always had good products. I knew someone that ran over an old Sigelei 150 watt box mod, and the thing still worked. It was in pieces, but it still lit up. But anyways, let's get into the menu. So, as you see, it has your resistance, the volt of each battery, and then the voltage that your tank is running at, and then it tells you how many amps you got, and then it shows you battery life, and then it shows you your mode down here in the left corner. So, click it 3 times, and it's going to say power, TCR, or color mode. Let's go into the temperature first. This is how you would change it. You would click the right button, and it says power, SS, TI1, Ni 200, and then TCR. So let's go to stainless steel. When you go into stainless steel, it will say 304, 316, 317. So let's pick 316. And then it will tell you if you want your Fahrenheit or Celsius. So let's do Fahrenheit. And there you go. See, I'm at 570 degrees. Stainless steel 316. If you want to change your wattage, you press the right button and the fire button. Preheat power adjustment. That's how you do your preheat and power mode. But in order to do the watts, you just, where it says watts, see how it says 45? Whatever you put on the watts here is the wattage that you're going to be vaping at in temperature control mode. Also, when you do this in power mode, you can preheat this to, like, say 85 watts for, say, like 1 second, like what it's on. And what it will do is for a second, it will vape it at 85 watts. Say you have it set to 75. Say you're vaping at 75 watts, but you want to preheat it to 85. It will go up to 85 for a second and then back down to 75. Just like the Fukai and the Sigelei 213 and all that. But and to adjust the temperature in temperature control mode, all you do is push the wattage up and wattage down, and there you go. In order to lock the resistance in temperature control mode, you want to press the left and the right button at the same time. And it'll say resistance, read, or lock. You want to read it first, 0.253, and then it automatically locks it. No, it does not. So what you want to do is you want to go back in and you want to lock it. Hold to lock resistance, and I held it. There you go. Now the resistance is locked. So let's get back into power mode. And now I'm at 70 watts. If you press the left button and the fire button, you're going to lock your buttons. See, button lock. Now I just unlocked them. So now you guys are wondering about the color. Click it 3 times. Go down to color mode, and it will show you the different colors. Like right now I have it on gold or orange. You can change it to red. You could change it to this nice bright blue. You could change it to purple. You can change it to lime green. And you can change it to regular blue. So we'll go with the orange. And then it's going to ask you when using, always on, or lights off. I put it on when using, and when using is it will, when you hit the fire button, it will light up and then it will shut off after like a minute. When you put it on always on, it will just always be lit. See how it went off? And then if you just turn it to off, it won't turn on at all. Alright guys, so that about does it. But before I go, here is the battery door. As you can see, your battery sled is clearly marked positive, negative. Take the batteries out. Nice clean sled. It's marked positive, negative in there too. And as you can see down there, it is marked positive and negative. So let's put the batteries back in, guys, and let's go up top because I feel pretty comfortable. Let's vape on it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Ooh, and I am back. And that was the Spectrum Kaos by Sigelei. What do I think about this? You know what? It's not bad. I like the size. It's small. It fits in my hand. And I can fit bigger tanks on it. here it is next to the Wismec Predator 228, and as you can see, they're just about the same size. Here they are across, and as you can see, they're about the same width, and the Predator 228 is about a 29 millimeter across the top. So all my tanks and atomizers and drippers and all that, they fit flush on this. There's no gap or anything. I've never had any check atomizer issues or atomizer shorts. I fit my 27 millimeter iJoy Maxo V12 tank on here, and it fits perfectly. So I wouldn't go any bigger than 27 millimeters. I think if you go like 29 to 30, you're going to get a little bit of overhang in the front. But other than that, I wouldn't go any bigger than the 27. But the only couple of things I have with this is that you can't vape it while it's charging, and that is one of the reasons why I always recommend to charge the batteries externally, because some of these devices don't have bypass charging where you can vape it while charging. It even says it for this one in the owner's manual not to do it. So my suggestion would be is to have an external battery charger, an extra set of batteries. That way you can just take the dead batteries out and put new fresh ones in and vape it, rather than having it sit there and waiting for it to charge. But the nice thing is if you do that, the USB cable port thing is on the side. That way you can stand your device up while it's charging or while you're doing firmware upgrades. But that's about the only thing I have with this. Durability wise, this thing is strong. I dropped it a bunch of times, purposely and accidentally, and the only thing that happened was at the top here, these two screws in the front that I showed you earlier came loose, and this thing started to come off. But tighten it up, ready to go again. Nice clicky buttons, as you can see. I like the colored screen. I think that's cool. It's the same screen as the colored Fukai Plus there. That's the same screen. Same functionalities too. And then with the temperature, I don't feel like using it in temperature control, I don't feel like it gets as hot as it should. Like at 570 degrees, that's a pretty hot temperature. Even at like 45, 50 watts, this thing isn't really getting hot when it goes up that high. So that's another maybe subjective con. And another subjective con is that it doesn't go through the colors. It would have been cool to see this if it went through all 8 of those colors, like in a pattern, or if you could even put it in one color and have different patterns. It just lights up like that and that's it. But that's no big deal. But other than that, it vapes well. It's pretty powerful. Whether it's really going up, whether it's really using 230 watts if you put it up there, I'm not sure. I'm not technical into that. If you want to know about that, go to DJ LSB Vapes. He's the technical guy, or P. Pisado, not me. But would I recommend this to somebody? Yes. I'd recommend it for anybody, because even a beginner could use this. You could put a beginner tank on here and vape it at low wattage. One other con I do have about it though is that in temperature control mode, it only fires down to 0.1. Most devices nowadays usually fire down to 0.06 or 0.05 in temperature control mode, because a lot of the times when you have a temperature control coil or a temperature control build, the resistance is always low and it can go lower than traditional Canthal. But other than that, there isn't really anything wrong with this. You know, I like the strength. I like how it's small. It fits in my pocket. It doesn't weigh my pockets down. And I would recommend it. Now, personally, if I dropped it or I broke it permanently, would I actually invest and go running out and buying another one? No. Because there are other devices out there that have more features than this, that are more powerful than this, that are just overall better than this. But I do like it. You know, I like that light that's gimmicky. You know, I remember there was some other devices in the past that had that, but I mean, it's not my favorite mod in the world, but I like it and I would recommend it. So I will have links in the description below to where you can find one. I bought mine at Lifestyle Vape here, right in the Brockton area. I'll have their link below, as well as a couple of other links to where you can find this online. And I'll also have links to my Facebook, and I'll also have links to my Instagram and Advocacy, as always, guys. So that's it from me. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time here on South Shore Vape Reviews on the next video. So vape on, and have a great day, everybody.